Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Oh, how one single day from recording my previous video, how things can change where speculation turns into reality, and I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. Oh boy, Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed officially by Ubisoft. So I guess them not going to Tokyo Game Show and canceling press releases and press tours and all that nifty little stuff. They didn't want the press, the access media, to get their hands on such a wonderful game because, well, whatever. They even released a statement. Let's go see what John F. Trent has to say on that. Park Place. Ubisoft announced ahead of its upcoming investors call. Oh dear. I wonder how that's going to affect the stock prices. Has delayed Assassin's Creed Shadow until February 2025. In a document updating its financial targets for fiscal year 2024-2025, Ubisoft announced Assassin's Creed Shadows will now be released on February 14th. February. Well, isn't that interesting? Now, I'm not going to make a claim or any sort of speculation again, but you know what? You go ahead and you decide for yourself. You make that decision. Why February? What's appropriate about February? I guess they want to make a nice hit on Valentine's Day. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check out. No, we're going to get to that. You know what? Let's go ahead and get to this little announcement right here from the official Assassin's Creed site on X. Site? You know what I mean. Assassin's Creed Shadows will now release February 14th, 2025. Dear players, Assassin's Creed is a dream project for us and a nightmare for gamers, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan without a male Japanese character. Anyway, with many features developed with our community in mind. Press X to doubt, ladies and gentlemen, such as parkour or the renewed stealth. Hasn't Assassin's Creed always had parkour? Anyway. Brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world using Chinese architecture for Japanese feudal Japan. Anyway, this is an ambitious addition to the franchise that we've completely disrespected Japanese culture. A rich experience that can be lived through the eyes of two unique protagonists, one of which feels like it don't belong. But we realize we need more time to polish and refine the experience, pushing further some of our key features. So you realize that this game wasn't ready, something that a lot of people already saw in the gameplay trailers, but, weren't listening until, I don't know, you figure somebody at Ubisoft finally decided to listen to criticism, saying the game wasn't ready. There's some visual issues. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam at launch. Additionally, now here's the fun part, folks. This is so very odd. It's happened a couple of times, with Concord more recently. All pre-orders will be refunded. They're refunding pre-orders. What kind of effect is that going to have at the good old investors call, huh? I wonder. And all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. For free. Makes you wonder. I believe someone else was talking about. I think someone mentioned that Fear the Beardo said it's not going to be an expansion. It's gameplay. It's content that they ripped out of the original game that people had already purchased, and they're going to act like, oh, here's some extra game that was in the original game, but we pulled it out so that we could give it to you as a peace offering. Please buy our game. We're Ubisoft. We make Assassin's Creed. You like Assassin's Creed, right? Please, we're begging you, buy our game. We're so desperate. Our stock prices are tanking. Please buy our game. And we'll give you this free, quote unquote, free expansion that we for sure didn't rip out of the original game that was already in there to try and sell you, to try and convince you to pick up the game anyway. We understand this decision will come as a disappointing news for, not for everybody, especially to those who've been waiting patiently for an Assassin's Creed, it's a D. Game inspired by feudal Japan that does not have a male Japanese protagonist, but we sincerely believe this is the best in the best interest of the game, and ultimately your experience as a player. Oh, you're trying to kiss everybody's ass. Rest assured, we are looking forward to the moment you will embark on a memorable adventure with Neo and Yasuke. Please buy our game, we're begging you. Please, we're so desperate, we don't want to sell. Until then, we thank you for your ongoing support. Mark Alexis Quixote, on behalf of all teams working on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Well, isn't that sweet? Oh, it's the same one. Let's get back to the article, ladies and gentlemen. Company explained, while the game is feature complete, I do believe that would be considered a lie, because if it was feature complete, well, wasn't Star Wars Outlaws feature complete? That was an astronomical buggy mess. Well, maybe not astronomical, but it was sure a mess. The learnings from the Star Wars Outlaws release, the dumpster fire that it was, led us to provide additional time to further polish the title. Get all the crappy, nasty, disgusting bugs out of it. This will enable the biggest entry in the franchise to further deliver on its ambitious, notably by fulfilling the promise of our dual protagonist adventures, with Neo and Yasuke bringing two very different gameplay styles. Yes, smashing Japanese people in the face with a bat. Anyway, let's see. Furthermore, we are departing from the traditional season pass model. Okay, so we're not going to try and milk any and all cash out of the customer as humanly possible. I wonder if they're still going to put a little bottlenecking of experience as you get further and further in levels. All players will be able to enjoy the game at the same time on February. February. Kind of a month that holds some significance, huh? 14th. Oh, yes, that's true. It's Valentine's Day, right? They're releasing it on Valentine's Day because Valentine's Day is the most important thing about February. I mean, I'm just saying. And those who pre-order the game will be granted the first expansion for free. That was more than likely ripped out of the core game. Anyway, let's continue. So let's see, the official post, we already read that, ladies and gentlemen. There it is right there. This confirms speculation from Tom Henderson at Insider Games that Ubisoft was planning. I did see a little bit about that. And I think Tom Henderson has another lovely little article that I'm going to check out later. Oh boy, the goings-on at Ubisoft are getting interesting. Something, internal investigation, something. Ubisoft was planning to delay the game after it pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show. Those were speculations less than 24 hours ago. The official Ubisoft Japan account announced on X that it was pulling out of the Tokyo Game Show. We talked about that. Let's see. We apologize for this last-minute notice to those who were looking forward to the stream. We express, ladies and gentlemen, I do know how to spec English. We express our heartfelt apologies. Oh, I bet you do. Following this announcement, Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming reported that various sources that I think we can take a listen to Tom Henderson because his various sources seem to know what the hell's going on. Informed him that, quote, the Assassin's Creed Shadows press reviews were scheduled to take place next week and the embargo date for the previews would be announced then. Henderson then stated, quote, at this time of writing, Assassin's Creed Shadows is still scheduled. Well, oopsie doopsie. Again, recent announcement may suggest the game might be delayed. Well, you're a frickin' Nostradamus there, Tom. I hope I got your name right. I do. Tom. Yeah, I got it right. I know how to read. What do you make of Ubisoft delaying Assassin's Creed Shadows? Could it be, to February? Well, delaying the game if they're actually trying to get out the bells and whistles, polish everything up, take care of a few bugs and visual glitches here and there. Sure, that's a good thing. That's a wonderful thing. Gamers want a finished product. That's all we're begging for. Well, okay, it's not all we're begging for. A fun. Make it fun first, folks. See, there you go. There's your F's in there. There's your F's. Okay. Anyway, Steve. We want a fun experience. We want a fun gameplay loop. We want entertainment. We want an interesting story. Regardless of all the controversy surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadows, the probability that it will sell well is there unless more and more people are tuning into YouTube channels as the days go by, seeing this information. Maybe more and more people are, I don't know, looking into more trustworthy reviews, more ethical channels. than, I don't know, some others that are out there in the mainstream video game journalist websites. And finding out more information, the buggy messes, the disrespect, or the perceived, we're going to go with that, the perceived disrespect to Japanese culture. And perhaps those people are, like a lot of us are, shutting our wallets when it's perceived as being hot garbage, waiting for those extra reviews instead of buying it day one, instead of dropping $120 on a single player game. I have my opinions. But releasing it, delaying it to February of all months, how interesting. I wouldn't want to speculate, so y'all go ahead and speculate in the comments section down below. Let me know what you think of all this nonsense and the, well, foreseeable collapse of Ubisoft. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those little things that YouTube is begging you to do, and I do hope to see you on the next one.